Is actually starting in this one as Rancy wins the opening tip, and we are underway here in Garden City. So yes, the three seniors starting alongside. We have still yet to get our first bucket of this contest, and that changes right there with the 5 graduate. We are quite a ways into, again, the 2020s, meaning in all of Division II, but he's 19 behind Rancy. They double Rancy now, finds a wide open Sagnia for the was truly playing 5 out, but maybe the first time this season playing with 2 true bigs. Doesn't matter though, because taking a strong was. He had 2 points in 9 minutes in his season debut at the beginning of January. Rancy, that's a bit too close to the knees. Pierre-Philippe, turn around. Jay with 1 on the shot clock. Out to Pierre-Philippe. Crossover dribble. Step back jumper is all nylon. And then Grisby with a bucket as well. Walton on the steal. Fast break and 1. Adelphi doubled up New Haven in the early going. That's a pretty pass. And the feed finish from Grisby. 3 and 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. Strong move there. Finish with the righty. Home stat keepers give. Jackson, transition 3 is all nylon. And starts 0 for 4. Not often does Rancy get.
Yeah, Najimy George, he's an impressive player. 6'4" freshman, listed as a guard, but with that size, you see what he can do.
Rancy is a returner. The defensive end at NE has certainly stepped up to be the best in the conference.
Yeah, and he missed a lot of, the second half of last season as well, did as well.
Into Sagnia. Get him to move, and the tomahawk slam!
I want to make the argument of, was he there first and then bumped into the New Haven bench? That's a good argument, but ref
26, but a lot of their buckets and a lot of their chances coming at the rim. Walton looking to take King to the house, and he does. Not scored yet. Now Connor. Strong move. It's the hot hand, and that hot hand gets even hotter. 3. 1 for 2 on his 1 point. Walton now picking it back out. New Haven scoreless in the last 2 minutes, but that's going to hit me defensively with the job that Pierre-Philippe is doing on King. Leading scorer for New Haven, who had just 4 points.
We've been watching. It seems like they're trying to make him go to his offhand a little bit tonight.
As Grisby scored, it's a miss from George. Rebounded by the Panthers. But still New Haven. All conference teams as well.
Yeah, and Rich Edwards was on those last Adelphi teams, I believe, that were the top 25 teams.
Yep.
Back at the.
Pierre-Philippe thinking about the 3. Still 16 on the shot clock. Now, bullseye right between the eyes.
He's still finding ways to try to help his team out and impact the game.
That time again, Rancy taking to 7 here. King going to his right. Once again, that's a scouting report. Continue to force him to his right. Rancy up in the air, and Grisby.
He does, and he's definitely been using that to his advantage.
And it's back to this team. His first game was against Adelphi on January the 2nd, right after that holiday break. As King, that's a pretty move and in.
Yeah, and that just kind of shows you what he can do out there.
That's a second tomahawk. Alum watching, 1978 graduate of Adelphi University. And Tom, again, I may be from Pennsylvania, but growing up here, we're alluding to, he was humble, he was professional, and he was kind. And that certainly is how we remember Al Trotway.
And it feels like then the rest of the conference, it's more the likes of, you might go in on the road and you're going to get a loss against a good team, or you might have to go.
That whole East region does feel like it goes either through them or, hey, you also have Stack out of the ECC difficult as well as postseason awards. As Connor stops there, Walton for 3. That is all nylon. Justice Ellison and Dante Pope from AIC and Franklin Pierce, respectively, the bottom 2 teams in the entire conference. So you feel like you might have to give a spot to them. Rich Edwards will have to just settle for being 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on the all-time single season list. That is a smooth.
They were one of the top teams in the country, really, still at that point before they haven't been quite as successful the last few weeks.
Simon takes it strong. Grisby gets points 11 and 12.
In the post, even as some of those guards maybe haven't been quite as sharp as usual.
That is a smooth jump out that they talked about Rancy getting the inbound steal and the put back as quick as that. As Simon answers, that is some shot making. If you're Coach Duke, you'd want to make sure you take home the W in any form tonight. Fulgencio trying to help do that. He sits atop the mountain and back the other way.
They do have that hard out kind of mentality. They have King, who's a great player, so
extending the career.
He's just enjoying himself.
And a reminder, too, as a step back for New Haven. That is good, but maybe. As it is Jarnell Rancy with 6 blocks becomes the all-time single-season block getter. And on senior day, Pierre Philippe goes for a Adelphi career high 25